Are you unsure of how to track your macros? Are you unsure of what even the hell a macro is? Don't you worry. In this video, I'm going to talk through what the macros are. I'm going to talk through how much their values are, so what they are worth in terms of calories. I'm also going to show you how to track and give you a few key points on the most important bits and bobs for how to do that. Let's get stuck in. How to track your macros 101. This is pretty straightforward. It's far more simple than this looks. And as you can see, I am no Picasso, nor am I a calligraphist when it comes to typing. That would help if this was typing. Clearly it's writing. So when we're looking at macro tracking, and when we're looking at calories, when we're looking at actually what we're going to be putting into our bodies in order to create that deficit we're trying to do to lose some fat, or that surplus to try and put some more junk in the trunk, gain some muscle tissue. So what we have here is calories. That's the overriding term. So a calorie is a unit of energy, okay? Very straightforward, a unit of energy. And fun fact for you fact finders out there, is the only type of energy in the world that is not gonna cost you per unit. Now, to be very specific, when you have your water bill, when you have your gas, your electricity, you pay per unit. Calories are not done per unit, because if they were, a pizza would cost you a fucking ton and an apple would cost you next to nothing, but unfortunately in today's world, it's kind of the opposite, right? With all that in mind, what we now know is that calories are the overriding thing. They are the kingpin. Okay, we need to knock this bad boy down in order to achieve the goal that we're after. But this video is not set up to go over how to set those calories. We're just gonna go over what they are and how to hit those calories. We know that proteins per gram have 4 calories in, okay? We know that fats have 9 calories in, and we know that carbs have 4. Now, alcohol is down here in red, because it's the fun stuff. No, I'm just kidding. Well, maybe it is. Because calories from alcohol are not actually of use to us. Now, you'll hear people say that calories from sugar are what we call empty calories. That's bollocks, don't worry about that. But calories from alcohol, the body can't actually use them. There's nothing that we can drive from ethanol, which is what alcohol is. We've put 7 calories here because that's how much energy it's worth. But actually, in terms of the human body, you know, we can get a lot out of fats, we can get a lot out of carbs, we can get a lot of protein, but we just don't get anything from alcohol. There's no worth to us from alcohol in itself. So I've put it in red because, I mean, to be honest, I've been coaching now for 6 or 7 years, and I honestly can't remember the last time I prescribed someone alcohol in their macros, but you know, you might. When we're looking at the overriding term, and that is the calories, we know that these calories here from proteins, fats, and carbs are all going to equate to the total amount, okay? That total amount of calories that's gonna hit your goal. Suffice to say that you manage to stick to those calories. The equation is pretty simple. P times 4 plus C times 4 plus F times 9 equals total calories. Now, the reason they're in brackets is because if you're going to put this into a calculator, or you're an absolute whiz on Excel, then you're going to need to do them individually. You can't just kind of put the whole thing in. If anyone actually listened in maths class, I didn't. Let's just say that our protein per gram is 125, okay? So 125 grams of protein, you have 250 grams of carbs, and you have 50 grams of fat. So I've given you the P, the C, and the F. So effectively you would do P, which is 125 times 4, you would do 250 times 4, and 50 times 9. Okay, so let's just try and go through this now. We know that that's 500, because 4 times 125 is 500. We know that that's 1,000. Okay, if you're at home and you've got a calculator, just double check this. 9 times 4 is 450. Cool. So now what we know is we have to add all these up. So we've got 950, that's 1950. So our total calories for this person is 1950 if their protein is 125, their carbs are 250, and their fats are 90, okay? So that is how we work this out. So now we know how many calories are in our total diet, we know what makes up those total calories. What we can go ahead and do is we can put that into MyFitnessPal, and or any other tracking. I know a couple of my clients use different ones, and that's absolutely cool. I don't mind that at all. So let's head into the kitchen now, and I'll show you exactly what we need to do in order to work out, you know, once we put it into that tracking mechanism, exactly how we go about that once we get into the kitchen. Let's go, follow me. When it comes to weighing your food, the first thing we need to decide is, are we going to weigh it raw or cooked and input it to MyFitnessPal in the exact state that you have weighed it in? As you can see, I like to weigh my stuff in a plastic tub. Now, make sure you zero the scales when you put this on, because unless you plan on eating the plastic tub, then of course that would contribute to your food. Last but not least, pour in the amount of food that you would like, take out what you don't want, and then record that in MyFitnessPal. Now we're going to learn how to input the foods into MyFitnessPal, and the first option we're going to go through is scan and select. Now, the first thing you need to do is find the day that you want to input the food for and the meal. Okay, now once you've done that, you go to the button that says scan barcode, hit the barcode, it'll pop up. Now you have to be responsible for changing this. So this is half a packet that we can see here. So you're going to go ahead and eat the whole packet, obviously. So we've got to put in the whole measurement there. It's key that you look at that, and you'll see it pop up here inside that lunch menu. Search and select is pretty much exactly what it says on the tin. In the search box, you type the food that you want to find. Now I've done a few here as an example. Anyway, you click that food and then you type in the amount that you're having of it. Over a while, you'll actually accrue a load, and you can use quick add to just select your most common foods and input them into the meal that you're having, such as lunch as I've got here. Guys, thank you ever so much for watching today. We really hope you found our video valuable. We hope you found the content valuable. If there's anything you'd ever like to see from us, please let us know. Please drop it in the comments. Please DM us. We'd love to be able to help. We'd love to educate, and anything that we can do to help you is exactly what we'd like to know about. Please like and subscribe. Give us a share. Let your friends know. We really appreciate you. Thank you so much, and we hope, as I said, that you enjoyed our YouTube video on macros and calorie counting.